It's all fun and games till someone gets shot.
I regret to inform you, I have bad news. Arslan, arguably the best Tekken player right now, he can't go to Evo Japan. Now, first off, this is the first ever sold out Evo Japan. Never before has this many people showed up. We have numbers here, almost 5,000 people for Street Fighter, but still, Tekken 8 is 1,200. On Twitter, they said it's a total of 8,966. This is the largest number in history. Markman adds to this and says, we have never had an Evo Japan event be completely sold out. Now, when you talk about the Tekken 8 aspect of this, when Tekken 8 was being marketed, we were getting small glimpses of the game. I remember they were explaining the heat mechanic to us. They said, this time around, they want to make it more exciting. All of that turtle, Korean backdashing, playing defense you guys were doing in Tekken 7, get that out of here. We want to inject this game with hype, with aggression, with like chip damage. We want to make the two players collide and the screen explode. Yes, we all deal with the heat system every day, but I love to remind people that the heat system, chip damage, aggressive gameplay was specifically put in the game by Harada's words for competition, for tournaments. He wanted to make it funner to watch. Arslan is famous for having unbreakable defense. The only way people can beat him is by mixing him up. Knee, on the other hand, this guy is just the same. No matter what character he picks, he is going to whiff punish, counter hit, he's going to destroy you. Max damage combo. Now, with these two players collide, it's a lot of like spacing. The pressure's high. The intensity is through the roof. These two players are the ones who first broke the record, set the record for all-time viewership. I believe it was back in like 2019, 18. They had 200,000 people watching Evo Vegas. Never before have that been achieved before or after that one event for Tekken 7. And I don't know why the developers are changing the game like after that kind of experience, but they are. And they want to see how we want to see as well, how the pro players can adapt to this kind of game. Arslan was king in Tekken 7. Knee did really well, but Tekken 8 is a different breed. Offense is the way forward. Evo Japan was going to be the first event where we could see these two players collide, and see if they come out on top. Evo Japan, Arslan is known for winning and dominating, so everyone was looking forward to seeing him. But here's the thing. The developers made a bad decision, in my opinion. This time around, Evo Japan 2024 was delayed by like 2 or 3 months. Usually, in the past, it takes place at the end of January, beginning of February. And I think by delaying it a couple of months, they created a few issues. One, the reason why they said they wanted to delay it is because they wanted to patch and balance the game to get to that point, and they didn't do that. Instead, all they did was add in skins and shops, and the characters are still pretty busted. But now you have this new thing where the tournaments was delayed for so long to where you have real world situations impacting which characters, which players can show up to events. Now, we are all well aware that Arslan struggles with getting a visa and traveling to events. This is something that plagued a lot of his career in Tekken 7, and it even messed up some things in Tekken 8. Like, there was one tweet where he put out where he was invited to Battle of BC. It's a Canada tournament. He couldn't go to that tournament because of visa issues. So this is something that Arslan deals with a lot, but this Evo situation is different. Now, as for Evo Japan, if you look at some of his recent tweets, he was definitely ready and prepared to go and cause havoc. This one says, I just can't wait to win Evo and any other big tournament, and tweet, this game is so bad right now. On a side note, Knee and Arslan aren't really enjoying Tekken 8. I'm going to make a separate video and dive deep into that because I think it's interesting, and I wonder if the developers will pivot or turn because of this. But sticking on topic, you can see that Arslan was planning to go to Evo Japan. But just recently in a tweet, Arslan announced that not only him, but all Pakistani players will not be able to travel to Evo Japan. The tweet says, feeling really frustrated right now about Pakistani players not being able to attend Evo Japan due to embassy relocations. I don't know what to say. I tried to do some research and figure out which embassy was relocating, but as soon as you type up embassy in Google, the response you get is madness. You'll never find it. But regardless of that, this is an issue that is impacting them, preventing them to travel. All of the Pakistani players who are arguably the best region on the planet. The developers pushed the tournament back because they want to make sure the game was balanced. They didn't do that. They changed a lot of mechanics in the game because they wanted to make it more hype and entertaining. But now Arslan Ash, the greatest player as it stands, can't travel. How will this impact the levels of hype, enjoyment that Evo Japan can offer? Arslan and also all of the Pakistani players not being able to travel is crazy because they're arguably the strongest region right now. And when you remove that whole entire region from a tournament, it's kind of like a kiddie pool at that point. It kind of sucks to see this happen. Like spending so much time learning the game, watching the game, characters, this and that. In the past live stream, I was just asking which character is Arslan Ash playing because I was interested to see what he was going to use. We saw what he did at the final Tekken World Tour for Tekken 7. Bro was pulling out like a Katarina, like a Noctis. He was getting crazy with it. And I wanted to see that same level of creativeness, energy, and just freestyle like madness, but not this time. Now, I did see in the comment section a lot of people saying like you should consider changing your passports. Someone says try getting an ID for UAE. And the question that I ask is, one, if these are options, why don't he do that? But then two, why don't he relocate? I hear all the time like a professional sport player, right? They're really good at like boxing or judo but the country that they live in, it doesn't have the best resources, maybe the best coaches, maybe the best training equipment or whatever. And then they leave and they relocate to a new country where they have more access to all of these things. And then they go on to win like championships. I don't know how difficult it would be for Arslan to like move over to like the UAE or go to America, go to Canada, go to a different region of the world. But I just feel like when he's constantly being held back from entering in tournaments, it's like restricting their greatness. No one wants to leave their home country to go travel and compete in other places. But that's why I respect the athletes who do it so much, you know. They sacrifice everything to make their dreams a reality and prop up their nation. I was watching UFC 300 and in that, there was 2 Chinese female fighters for the first time ever fighting for a belt. Both of them did not live in China currently, yet they were like so proud and representing the country. I just feel like it's getting to a point to where Arslan's name is so big and this guy is trying to achieve so much, but he's being held back, and it's just sad to see that this is happening over and over again. The same thing is happening for Tekken 7 all over again, where the challenge is not winning the tournament, but the challenge is getting to the tournament. Soon as he get there, he wins. But can he get there to the tournament, to the event? That's always been the hardest thing for me and a lot of other Pakistani players. That's going to be it. Thank you for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, and bye-bye.